Did you know your hands and feet have more sweat glands per square inch than any other part of your body? These areas are sweat powerhouses working hard every day. Whether you're nervous, excited, or just warm, your palms and soles are always ready to spring into action. Each hand has about 3,000 sweat glands. That's more than almost anywhere else on your body, and it's the same for your feet. These tiny glands help keep you cool and comfortable. Ever wonder why your hands and feet sweat more? It's because they help us grip, balance, and interact with the world. Sweating is normal, especially on hands and feet. It's a sign that your body's cooling system is working. We're going to uncover the mysteries of sweat and find ways to keep those hands and feet drier. Listen, everyone sweats. It's how our bodies stay cool. But some people sweat more than others, especially on their hands and feet. This can happen for lots of reasons. Exercise, hot weather, even feeling nervous. It's all part of being human. However, for some people, sweaty hands and feet aren't just an occasional thing. They sweat a lot, even without any obvious triggers. This is called palmar hyperhidrosis for hands, or plantar hyperhidrosis for feet. It might sound a bit scary, but it's actually quite common. Having really sweaty hands and feet might seem like just a small inconvenience, but for many people it can make everyday life surprisingly challenging. This isn't just about feeling a little warm or nervous. Sometimes it's a constant struggle that affects almost everything you do. Imagine feeling self-conscious every time you go to shake someone's hand, or worrying that your feet will slip around in your shoes during an important moment. Even simple greetings or walking into a room can become stressful. It can be uncomfortable and even embarrassing, especially when you notice others reacting or when you have to constantly wipe your hands or fidget to hide your discomfort. People with palmar and plantar hyperhidrosis, meaning excessive sweating of the hands and feet, often feel self-conscious. They might avoid social situations, group activities, or even public places, just to escape the anxiety that comes with their sweating. Everyday tasks can become tricky. Gripping things like pens, steering wheels, or sports equipment can be a real challenge. Sometimes, sweaty hands can even cause you to drop objects or lose your grip at the worst possible moment. Even using a touchscreen phone can be frustrating, as sweat makes it hard for your fingers to register on the screen, and smudges build up quickly. But it's important to remember that this isn't anyone's fault. Hyperhidrosis is a real medical condition, and there are ways to manage it. With the right support and information, things can get better. In the next part, we'll explore some helpful tips and treatment options that can make a big difference. So, why do we sweat, especially on our hands and feet? Sweating is something everyone experiences, but have you ever wondered why it happens more in certain areas? Our bodies are constantly working to keep us at the right temperature, and sweating is one of the main ways we do that. It's a natural process that helps us stay cool and comfortable, even when things heat up around us. Well, our skin is covered in tiny sweat glands that release sweat, which is mostly water, onto the surface. These glands are found all over our bodies, but some areas, like our palms and soles, have a much higher concentration. Sweat is made up of water, salts, and a few other chemicals, and it's released through small openings called pores. When this sweat evaporates, it cools us down like a built-in air conditioning system. Pretty neat, right? This process is called evaporative cooling, and it's essential for keeping our internal temperature stable, especially during exercise or on hot days. Without sweating, our bodies would quickly overheat. Our hands and feet have more sweat glands because they play a big role in regulating our body temperature. In fact, each palm and sole can have thousands of sweat glands packed into a small area. This helps us grip objects better and prevents our skin from getting too dry or slippery. Things like stress, heat, spicy foods, and even some medications can make us sweat more. When we're nervous or anxious, our bodies release hormones that trigger the sweat glands, especially in our hands and feet. Hot weather and physical activity also ramp up sweat production to help us cool down. Certain medications and medical conditions can also increase sweating, making it more noticeable or uncomfortable for some people. When we get stressed or overheated, our bodies go into overdrive, and those sweat glands start working overtime too. The brain sends signals to the sweat glands, telling them to release more sweat to help us cope with whatever is making us hot or anxious. It's important to stay hydrated, wear breathable clothes, and avoid triggers whenever possible. Taking care of your body and understanding why you sweat can help you manage it better and stay comfortable no matter what life throws your way. Leave a comment if you experience these. We'd love to hear your stories and tips on managing sweat.